The city of Everett, Washington State. Barbara Opal is a 38-year-old single mom, struggling with family life.
Barbara Opal had 3 children: Heather Opal, Derek Opal, and Tiffany Goudreau, a child from another relationship. Barbara Opal and her children had lived virtually everywhere for short periods of time. Notices of eviction were as common as junk mail.
Author Burl Barer says Barbara Opal is notorious in the local community.
She was more than well known for screaming at her children.
Hey, give it back!
She was almost famous for it.
No! Or kill up here! Get your feet out and show! You get down there!
Known in many neighborhoods as a loud, obnoxious, screaming, domineering woman. She had a very dominant personality and was also highly manipulative.
Her eldest child is 13-year-old Heather. She does what she can to avoid her mother's wrath.
I've got an extra big soda.
It would be nice to say Heather was under her mother's spell, but her mother was a bully. She was under her thumb. She was abused.
I need to build up those muscles. How was training?
When children grow up in a household with one parent, and that parent is constantly yelling at them and abusing them emotionally and physically, it's pretty tough for that kid to not go along with whatever Mom wants them to do.
I said, will you stop with the ball?
They do it to keep peace in the family and to not get hit.
It was lovely, wasn't it, Mama? Enjoyed it outside?
The Opal family's luck changes
Hi, Barbara. Hi, Heather.
when Barbara meets 64-year-old retiree Jerry Heyman.
Is this for Mom for lunch?
Yeah.
He actually felt bad about her living conditions and asked her if she'd like to move in with her children into his basement and care for his elderly mother, who was 89 and wheelchair-bound.
It smells nice. Do you like that soup?
Jerry Heyman has cancer, but his mother is his top priority.
He didn't have that long to live. He wanted to take good care of her. It wasn't quantity of life, it was quality of life. He was willing to sacrifice his own personal well-being to take care of his mother.
Look, if you need to use the car, you know, by all means, if you need to, okay?
Yeah, well, I need to go to some grocery shopping.
Oh, wow. Do you need some money? I tell you what.
Jerry Heyman was generous to Barbara and her family.
Go right ahead, okay? Get what you have to get, okay?
He provided money, gifts to them for the holidays.
I gotta go. I'll be back about 6:30, okay? Bye, Mama.
Barbara Opal has only one person's well-being in mind: her own.
She discovered he had about $40,000 in the bank, and somewhere along the lines of that first year, began to devise a plan to murder him.
But she won't do the killing. She wants a gang of children to do it for her. The leader will be her daughter Heather's boyfriend, 17-year-old Jeff Grote.
Barbara encouraged that relationship because she wanted Jeff to be the ringleader of the group of young murderers who were ultimately going to kill Jerry Heyman.
And she decided that one of the ways to do this, to get him on her side, was to have her daughter sleep with him.
After using her own daughter as sexual bait, Barbara puts her plan in motion.
When they came out of the bedroom, Heather's mother sat him down for a heart-to-heart talk. It wasn't about safe sex, it was murder.
In a suburban basement, a gang of children are waiting to kill.
All of the young killers in this case came from chaotic family backgrounds. The warmth and love and connection normal families have between parent and child simply was not there for any of the people involved in this murder. So murder for them, pretty easy.
The only adult present is the one pushing them towards murder. Barbara Opel.
You take that. I've had enough.
She wants retiree Jerry Heyman beaten to death. When Jerry Heyman arrives home on April 13th, 2001, the team of young killers lie in wait.
Mama, why are you sitting in the dark?
When Jerry walked in the door, he was immediately attacked, knocked to the floor.
Hit him again!
He cried out, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me?"
What?
He never received an answer, and there is no rational answer for it.
They beat this old man to death with souvenir baseball bats, the metal kind that make a ping, and all the boys remember the ping sound when they hit Jerry on the head.
Then, Barbara urges her own daughter up the stairs
Go get him! What are you waiting for? Get up there!
to kill for Mom.
Come on, baby. Stab it.
Heather Opel, who had just turned 14 years of age, stabbed Jerry Heyman numerous times.
And afterwards, Heather was heard to say by the others, "That was fun, let's do it again."
Go! Come on! Move!
There was a great deal of blood following the bludgeoning and stabbing of Jerry Heyman.
Come on, get this cleaned up. The quicker we get it done, the quicker we get out of here. You're not
Barbara had her daughter clean up the brains and the blood from the floor.
Jerry Heyman's body is dumped in a nearby forest. Barbara has no plans for what to do next.
Basically, she wanted Mr. Heyman dead and wanted his money and wanted other people to do the murder so she could somehow keep her hands clean. That's as far as she went.
A credit card trail soon leads to the arrest of Barbara and her family. The children who obeyed their mother out of blood loyalty are now her undoing.
Barbara denied everything, but once they got to the kids, the game was up.
The children began to give up an incriminating detail here or there, and it was finally the youngest, Tiffany, who broke the case and said Jerry's dead.
Young people talk, they don't take direction well, and they're easily frightened. It was probably the dumbest thing Barbara did in the commission of this murder.
On trial for murder, she tries to blame the crime on her daughter. But the jury finds Barbara Opel guilty and gives her life in jail.
Not only did Barbara lack empathy for her victim, rather helpless old man, she lacked empathy for her daughter and was willing to throw her under the prison bus so that she could escape.
Heather Opel pleads guilty to murder. On the prairies of Kansas in the 1870s, passing travelers stop to see a Wild West medicine show.
So I can see, looking in your eyes, that you're wondering how it is I can cure the
The
blind.
frontier men are mesmerized.
So as you can see here, I have my charts.
By a beautiful young woman
My
who offers spiritual cures
Astrology chart.
for earthly ills.
Most important of all, my Ouija board.
Kate Bender was a very pretty woman. It's been said that she had lips that would set any man dreaming.
This root.
She was around 5'6" and a very slender woman and very well endowed.
To cure a young boy of his blindness. Yes, it's true.
She had quite a bit of class. She wasn't like most of the women here in the Prairie area.
Miss Bender,
Yes.
do you have anything that would cure a lovesick bachelor?
A lovesick bachelor, of course.
She was very outspoken and quite the talker. She did seances.
I concocted my secret love potion, and it just requires one drop.
Maybe she would laugh and flirt and this kind of thing. She was a lure.
And the next time you see the woman you desire,
Kate Bender is a lure
oh, wait for Grace.
for a deadly family.
This was food that we were about to receive.
The Benders might be America's first serial killer family.
Come on, eat up.
The Benders live out on the frontier trail. Ma and Pa, brother John, daughter Kate.
Well, anyway, it's been a good week, huh?
Not bad. Not bad.
While pioneers head west to seek their fortunes,
And what
the
about
Benders are making their own opportunities. Even if a passing traveler hasn't seen Kate's medicine show, he will soon fall under her spell.
Gorgeous horse. Yeah, where are you heading?
But Kate's eyes are only for his money. He'll be invited in for a meal.
Smells good. It's a bit
Inside the Bender Inn, there's a special feature.
And they had a canvas wagon top that they hung across the room to divide the public area from their living quarters.
That wagon sheet is the key to a gruesome plan.
So it's a shame you missed my spiritual talk.
She'd put them in front of a chair that was pushed up against a canvas, and I can actually visualize her coming out, you know, very sexy.
Kate Bender's smile is a final distraction as her brother looms behind the sheet.
The visitors who visited the inn were killed by having a blow in the back of the head.
Yeah, well, maybe you should.
And then Kate would slit their throats.
I don't think anyone was really safe when Katie was around. If Katie wanted something from them, she was going to get it. No one stood in her way. Being a member of a group committing a crime makes it easier to commit that crime.
Okay, how are we going then?
They're all in it together.
As settlers travel west to America's new frontier, the Bender family are lying in wait.
Check these pockets, yeah, check them out.
Check them all.
Yeah, I checked them out.
Oh, well.
10 strangers have gone missing on the trail that passes the Benders Inn. The latest visitor is a return guest, Dr. William York. Like many frontier men, Dr. York is infatuated with Kate Bender.
It's great to see you, Miss Kate.
You know I read poems.
I had heard that.
But this will be the doctor's final visit.
High intelligence and great learning.
about a second marriage in there?
Right? No. That's 25.
This time, the Bender family has made a big mistake.
Dr. York was their undoing because he wasn't from far away, as the others were, and he left behind traces.
After Dr. York disappeared, his brother started searching around and following his trail, and the trail ended at the Benders.
His brother was Colonel York, who had been in the Civil War. He was a Civil War colonel who had recently become a Kansas state senator. And Colonel York was a man of action.
When Colonel York rides up searching for his brother, he comes face to face with a dangerous killer.
The idea that a woman would be involved in conning and luring men to their death, to their murder, clearly points to sociopathy.
No, sir.
Howdy, ma'am. I've been looking for my brother. His name is William York.
Katie probably was a chronic liar by the time she was 5 or 6 years old. That's how she learned to con people.
No, sorry. I've not seen this man around here.
You certain about that? He was seen around these
Kate
parts.
manages to palm the colonel off,
People traveling through, but no, I've never seen him.
but the Benders realize their deadly business is in danger of being shut down.
I don't think Katie thought she was going to get caught. That's exhibited by the fact that they repeated the same crime over and over and over. But eventually, things got too hot for them and they left.
Get out of here.
The Benders' land is a secret graveyard.
They found 11 bodies altogether.
To this day, no one knows what became of Kate and her family.
Come on, eat up.
They've gone down in history as America's first family of serial killers. New York City, 1998. Sante and her son are chasing the biggest target of their criminal career.
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again.
Wealthy socialite Irene Silverman.
Come in. Would you like a cup of tea?
Sante and Kenny pretend to be business partners, looking to lease an apartment. Mrs. Silverman is in serious danger. Her new tenants are quietly plotting to take her property and her life.
Sante's a sociopath to the core. And one of the things that we see in criminal sociopaths is that their criminal behaviors cover a broader spectrum. Sociopath will have a record that includes arson, petty theft, fraud, and sometimes later in their careers, their criminal careers, we see murder. And this is what happened to her.
She had a charisma, a love of life.
I went to a party at the White House, no less.
She had an ability to take any situation, turn into fun, excitement.
I, of course, was the life of the party, as always.
Growing up, Kent remembers a glamorous mother.
I met President Ford, and we had a lovely chat.
She aspires to the high life and models herself on Elizabeth Taylor.
Say I told them my husband was the ambassador of Lithuania.
But Sante Kimes has another side. Few are safe from Sante's schemes and cons. Her housekeepers are threatened and locked up without pay. She keeps them as slaves.
The fact that Sante enslaved women speaks to her sociopathy. She was a user and abuser of people to the core.
In 1985, Sante is arrested for slavery.
In fact, it was the only case last century where someone was convicted of slavery.
By now, Kent Walker has moved out, but his younger brother Kenny is in a dangerous position.
The biggest disaster in Kenny's life was when Mom went to jail in the 80s for the meds trial. At the time, Kenny was at about the worst age you can be for something like that to happen. It kind of gave Kenny a mindset that made him the perfect piece of clay to mold for my mother to use.
As Kenny grows up, his mother grooms him to join the family business.
The chances of Kenny not falling into a life of crime with his mother were slim to none. The greatest influence on his life was the person that was supposed to love him the most, his mother, who was a criminal to the core.
1 week earlier, wealthy socialite Irene Silverman holds court.
Yep, I can still do all these movements even to this day.
Really?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll show you.
The ex-ballet dancer is owner of her own $7 million apartment block.
That's the swan one.
Her newest tenants are Sante and Kenny Kimes. Deadly con artists plotting Mrs. Silverman's downfall.
Sante was dangerous to anyone that had something that she wanted, and if she sensed that that person could be manipulated, she would go for it.
The pair forge property deeds, aiming to take control of Irene Silverman's apartment block.
4th of July, this weekend.
So?
So everyone's going away on vacation.
First, Mrs. Silverman has to disappear.
Yes?
What's the matter?
Please, come in.
The blood ties of mother and son make these two criminals a deadly team.
Well, you're evicted. I'm leaving.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not evicted. You're staying right here.
What are you doing, crazy bitch?
Like he has done before, Kenny will kill on his mother's command. A stun gun immobilizes Irene.
Get the rope.
I think the sick psychodynamic between Sante and Kenny probably increased the intensity of their crimes, and they fed off each other, and clearly Mom was the leader.
She was able to take basic, core, good values that every mother should have for their child and twist it to justify any action she did.
Science doesn't know enough about a sociopathy gene to say that he inherited this from his mother. It also could be that he learned bad behavior from her. Little boys love their mothers. They want to please them. And that is what he did as a big boy.
In broad daylight, Sante and Kenny escape. Irene Silverman's body is never found.
I have no doubt that Sante Kimes thought she would never be apprehended. And when that occurred, she never thought she would be convicted.
One day later, the FBI arrest the Kimes on an unrelated fraud charge. In their car are all the tools of the deadly con artists. Guns, masks, rope, forged property deeds, and $30,000 in cash.
Had she not been stopped, she would have been grifting and murdering until the day she died.
In 2000, mother and son face an extraordinary trial. They're convicted on no less than 60 criminal counts, from forgery and burglary to murder. Kenny Kimes is sentenced to 120 years in prison. Sante Kimes, 125 years.
I right then had to confront myself with the fact that I then knew that my mother and my brother were murdered. And it was, in a way, a relief because I knew it was over. In a way, it was scary. I was frightened because I knew what was going to be coming. I was very saddened because I know I'd lost my mother and my brother. Very emotional moment.